Back to throw here.
Let's go.
Big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check. Fresno.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Give me that.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted.
Pick 6, baby.
With a pick.
Come on, get in there. Get in there.
And he takes this one back.
Let's go.
Let's go. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful
Pick
play.
6 with a woozy, eh?
6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Right.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We go. 8-3. You draw Corker. Come get some. Come on. Hey.
What you mean?
2nd and 10. And that's complete to Jesse James. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check the backer. Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time.
Oh, God. I fucking pulled the wrong guy.
Kenny Galladay. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver.
We're gonna throw another pick.
Season. He's got a 1st down, too. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy?
Give me that.
Oh, it'll be intercepted.
Give me that.
Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Squeeze, double. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move.
On second down, Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On third down,
Got
it's
him.
Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Come on, get rid of the ball.
Escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and it can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz,
Oh, he's
you have
out.
the blitz called, and
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance.
Let's go,
20,
Zeke.
10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 78 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
it certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything elite. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Now Elliott down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Fuck.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now back to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel unsettling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due.
Yeah, he just take the field goal.
They ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone.
You there?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play call.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Get it.
It's
Let's go.
by the Cowboys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Great field position here.
Let's go.
At the 15-yard line.
Bro, he gonna quit. You gonna quit.
No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the eye. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Go! Bang, bang! Then we're going to 53. Hey, kill! 26.
2nd down and goal. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. This is Elliott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown.
I know he mad as shit.
Touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to pour it on. And they extend
he might quit.
A little added cushion into the lockers.
It's 35-3.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert
Nah, I picked him off.
bring it back out to start the 3rd
Nah, after I threw a pick, or after he kicked the field goal, he used his safety and brought him in a little bit, and I threw a 85-yard touchdown pass. And then I picked him off. And then I scored a touchdown with Zeke. And then I hit his quarterback and he fumbled and I picked it up. And I scored a touchdown with 1 second on the clock. Now it's 35-3 in the 3rd. I'd be mad. I probably would have quit and be like, fuck this league.
This is a really important drive, and we often talk about
I was there.
plays to start a game.
I was there.
A lot of them script to start the second half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Got a man.
Yeah, right.
6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards.
70, Indy. Hey, let's go. Show it up. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Deep grip.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught.
Shit.
Touchdown, Detroit.
I gave up a touchdown.
There to make the grab. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
27. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon as his guys continue to
42 to 9
out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good.
I should probably take Dak out at this point.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I just don't want him to get hurt.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Lawrence had 4 sacks.
He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
4 sacks already. Already.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And his
Another
pass
pick.
is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson.
How many tackles that nigga gonna break? Jesus.
Across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards for
First he broke Jalen Smith. Then he broke Van Der Esch. Then he broke Byron Jones.
6 for 6 since coming
And then
back
finally somebody got him to the ground.
It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape.
5 sacks for Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. 2nd and 14. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw here. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll drop the throw. Flush to his right. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thanks.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage
Yeah,
of
I feel
blitzing
you.
often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ow.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here go 47. Here go 46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Ah,
And that is incomplete.
it
I
hurt.
hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he was right fucking there.
Downfield on the left side. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I want to put 50 up.
Many people like to throw to the tight end.
You see that?
In a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought
6 sacks.
down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Screenplay, Johnson.
Ah, good juke.
Johnson on
Let's go. Oh, he fumbled it. God damn it.
And he's
Fat
got
boy picked it
another
up.
1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
I was gonna crush his ass.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, you kind of are.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Okay. Ha! I sent everybody too. Oh, he's out.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 40.
He's running out of gas. He's running out of gas. He's in there.
Score. Touchdown. Cowboys.
Bro, I sent everybody.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often
Hooray.
the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
He ain't playing like he was an 11-5 team.
plays up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick
I don't want
off
to play
their
the
next
Eagles.
drive.
God, I don't want to play
And
the
last
Eagles.
time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Give me that.
My goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know
3 pick sixes in one game, son. Damn.
Why did you let him stay out there to throw those? But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
Oh, come on.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves.
Super gay.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A tackle made by Todd Davis. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 49 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has
63-15 final.
this football game. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long.
Super ugly. I would. Hey, 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 hey.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
All right, what you want?
Only got real ones round them. Only got